Alright, it is 11 something. I'm not exactly sure what time it is, but I know it's 11 something. My daughter has an appointment too. We have to leave at 1. I'm going to be gone for hours, so I'm just having the bacon I cooked yesterday. I think there's 6 pieces here. Maybe 7. I don't know, because it's not a whole piece, so whatever it is, it is. And that's my morning breakfast. Alright, it was raining forever, so we took a run for it. I had to change in the car. My dress is in the back seat. We waited long enough, and now I'm soaked. And now the rain is finally starting to die down. Oh, I got makeup everywhere. Alright, so the burgers are New York strip steaks that I've grinded up to see if I like the taste of them. Because the other burgers that are New York strips from Food Lion are making me sick. I'm having burping up all night long from them. So we're going to try this. Plus I hate the taste of New York strip steak. I've tried over and over again. I hate it. Had a long day. We went to BJ's. The yard's a mess behind me, so just ignore it. Dino's hurt his back, so he can't help me do anything. I can only carry certain stuff a certain distance, so it is what it is. But we went out to BJ's after I took my daughter to a therapy appointment, and got soaking wet. I always wear shorts underneath my dresses, and they're high up, so I took my dress off in the car and put a hoodie on because it was so soaking wet. 1, was about to throw up. I was freezing cold, and 2, I was soaking the car to death. If you're wondering what I'm doing, is Taki ran away with 3 of the babies sometime during the night last night, and we can't find them. She's come back and ate and then took off immediately. She abandoned one who didn't seem sick at all. She left him, and when he tried to talk to her earlier, she ignored him, and he is sad, he's depressed, and he's crying, and it's making us feel horrible. We don't understand why she left him. She took him yesterday with her and 2 of the others and left the other orange cat. And maybe that's why. Maybe she's switching them in and out. But we don't understand why she's taking them. They're very well taken care of. So everyone's mad at her because she's kidnapped our kittens. Just saying. But this, I had bacon this morning and I'm starving and it is 7. So I want this to hurry up because I'm hungry. Now, because that is real steak, I'm not cooking it all the way. I'm gonna flip the bacon real fast, flip those burgers, and boy, do I want to eat. I'm starving. Alright, it is 7:10. I can guarantee I'm not eating all the burgers, but I'm leaving them on the plate right now. I have a tablespoon of mayo, Dukes, some bacon, my burgers, and a total of 2.5 ounces of Kobe jack cheese. Alright, I'm already forgetting a lot of stuff. I was about to claw into bed. So let's discuss. One, that steak being cut up like that, I'm trying to find a way to get comfortable. Let's get in the chair. Was amazing. Was delicious. I do not like most steaks as steaks. Maybe I'm just not putting enough seasoning on them. Maybe it's just the texture. And I haven't been liking the New York strip pre-made burgers. They've been tasting fake and giving me this horrible heartburn. Now, you saw the way I ate it. So there was no lettuce and no, and it's a burping heartburn. It's like a normal heartburn, not that awful one I get with MCAS. Okay, so I didn't eat any vegetables today at all. So I don't know if that made a difference or if it was because it wasn't, the histamines were low because I grinded it myself and then patted it out and made it. But y'all, it was so yummy. But I wasn't even, okay, this is all I could eat. I ate one whole one and then a few bites of another one and put the rest of that one away. The full other one I gave to my daughter. And 3 of the pieces of bacon I did not eat. And I didn't eat but not even a quarter teaspoon of the mayonnaise. I like dipped twice, and I realized the burger was so amazing. It did not need the mayonnaise, so I didn't need the mayonnaise. It was very delicious, and I'm going to start trying to do that with my steaks. That way I don't have to only buy the expensive porterhouse, and I'm starting to kind of not like the New York strip side of the porterhouse. I taste the difference. Maybe it's a texture thing, so my brain says it tastes different. I don't know. But as a smash burger, because I smashed that sucker down flat, it tastes amazing. So that was a win. So basically beef. I had beef, butter, bacon, and cheese today instead of eggs. You know, no eggs. I don't have the eggs I can have right now. They're out of stock. So tomorrow I do need to get me some groceries, but my daughter has another appointment. The therapy went really well today. My daughter wanted me to go in there, to explain some situations. So my daughter went to a neurologist because she doesn't remember days. She doesn't remember conversations. She doesn't remember different situations. And during those times that she does not remember, her demeanor, her posture, her voice, and her personality is different. So she has like 5 of them that are, I knew about the 4. We have a 5th one now. But I thought it had to do with autism, because I thought multiple personalities, which isn't even called that anymore, I thought it was schizophrenia, and schizophrenia is due to having too much dopamine in your brain, and she actually doesn't have enough dopamine. So I just thought her little personality switches and everything was due to her autism, right? Masking. But they change even when people's not around, and they don't match the people she's with either. And these are been in our lives for a long time, especially the little girl one, the inappropriate, loud one, and the normal, what I call normal Haley one, and then her depressive one. So any conversations you ever have while she's depressed with that personality, like nonstop crying depressed, like she's always depressed. And one thing is because she feels that she's possessed because she can't remember situations. She thinks something's taking over her brain and erases everything. And so the therapist went through had to pull out the manual, went through all of these questions, and her answer was yes to all the questions, and my answers were yes to all the questions. So she is going to be tested. I guess they call it like DDI. It is now considered, I know the word, I've told y'all that she had it multiple times before, but I didn't know it was actually that's what it's called now for different personality disassociates. A disassociate something identity or something it's called now. And I knew she disassociated, right? She would go blank and you would have to drag her and she couldn't communicate. I knew about that. I knew she had dissociate issue, but I really thought the other things was due to autism. And a couple of y'all pointed out that you think it's something different. Definitely not schizophrenia, because like I said, her dopamine is non-existing, it's not high. But the therapist is like, well, she checks every box. And I did not go in there thinking she had that. I thought it was something from her autism and that we just needed some help learning how, but I didn't know that when they asked, do you ever feel like you're possessed? I didn't know the answer was going to be yes. I didn't know that she feels like something comes in and it's her and she's not herself, and that whenever this person's in there, she can't remember anything that happened. And it is as bad as she won't know how she got home. When we're out, sometimes she won't understand why she's in a different room, or why is she even crying, because she doesn't remember anything of that. And I told her I had mentioned a few things, and she got nervous at first, but then she was fine with it. So it's not like I'm betraying her right now. So she will be tested in whenever they can find someone to test her for that. And if it turns out to be that, which she thinks it is, she warned Haley she will not be her therapist anymore because she will need a special kind of therapy. And that is probably why the last over 2 years of therapy, she has not gotten any better. She's only gotten worse because it gets worse as a girl gets older, come to find out. And it also, if you're in therapy and you're not in therapy for the right thing and you're being treated for other things instead of what it actually is, it becomes worse instead of better. She tried to explain all this to Haley because Haley really likes her, but Haley understands because Haley wants to figure out what's wrong with her and see if there's any way to help manage it. Sometimes it can be managed. Sometimes it's just how it is. But we will find out. I knew it wasn't just like, it wasn't like, oh, you have a personality when you go to the club and you have a personality when you go to church, because you don't act like you do in the club at church and vice versa. If you're that type of person, then you have the people that just don't go to church, or the opposite. You know what I'm saying though. How your personality at one place is totally different than another because of your environment and what's appropriate and not. It's not like that. And it's not like she's just angry and that's just why she's acting this way at this moment. She's not like, that's not it either. And I understand that because I have that's one reason I have an IUD. Will agree to it once I found out it could help, is I have the I can murder you right before my period. Like, I don't love anyone, I hate the world, I'm vicious, like, don't talk to me, like I forgot what it's called, but I have that. I've had it ever since I was a teenager, before they knew what it was. And the IUD has always helped that. I don't go through that hormone change there, and I don't go crazy. So I knew it wasn't anything of just normal, right? Because I can remember, even if I'm furious and I'm having a fit, I can remember conversations. Like, she can be completely calm, have all these conversations, go places, do things, eat food, and she forgets weeks at a time. That's why we went to the neurologist. We thought she had, Freya, mommy take care of it. We thought she had a brain tumor, or she was having seizures, because she had seizures as a little girl. And it wasn't that. Mommy take care of it. Let me clean up the, cats and hairballs. Give me a second. Alright, sorry. Freya was very upset because someone had gotten sick and she doesn't like sick being on the floor. So I took care of it. Alright, so as I was saying, who knows what I was saying. But we went to BJ's afterwards. It poured rain. I got so soaking wet. My dress in there is still soaked. My new jacket shirt thingy I bought is soaking wet. I couldn't wear it in the car. Did I tell y'all this? I already told you this in this video, that I was about to have a mast cell activation syndrome, like, flare up real bad because I almost threw up because I was so cold. So I had to undress in the car and put a hoodie on. Yeah, I think I told y'all this. Anyways, but I went down, gave my daughter their burger, and the kittens were back. The kittens were back. It started to rain, and Taki went to fly away again, and Matilda, the little tiny girl, was running as fast as she could. But Taki had already been gone for like 3-4 minutes, and she had just realized it. So she's darting across the yard in the rain. I'm darting across the yard in the rain after her. And then she gets all the way in my house and realizes, oh my gosh, the sky opened up. Like, it poured. So me and her is running back to the other porch. And I'm sure they're going to disappear again. But at least we know they're okay and they come back alive. They were starving too. Really starving and really dirty. And they've never been dirty. So yeah. We weren't allowed to buy what we wanted at BJ's. Everything had a limit. Only 2 pallets of water, like 2 waters completely, which was a little upsetting because we went there to buy them. I got the 2. They're like $36 50 bottles in it. I don't know. It's really heavy and really big. But we wanted more, and it's not for us. We are dropping them off with a bunch of clothes and everything, because there is, down the street, there's a moving company that is taking donations, and they're sending them up to Western North Carolina. So we wanted to get water because no one has water. You can survive okay without food, but you can't survive without water. And water is a desperate thing. We are seeing a lot of requests for water. So, but that's all they would let us get. Even when we said what we were buying them for, it doesn't make a difference. That's all anyone can have, a water. And they're not the only place doing it. Every place we've been to are restricting the amount of water you can buy. Is restricting the amount of protein drinks you can buy. The restriction is really high on a bunch of stuff, which is weird. And then if what happens at midnight, I don't know, we might be in some more trouble with the ports, right? I swear, it's one thing after another. But one good thing that came in today was my new carnivore book that I bought. It is Carnivore in the Kitchen with Courtney Luna. It's Luna. Or I follow her on Tickety Talk, right, on TikTok. She is the one who convinced me originally, after watching her, to try carnivore. And I've watched her make so many recipes. There's a lot of things I cannot do, but I wanted her book anyways. There is a lot of pico, so that is crushed pork rinds recipes, but pork rinds just have not been my friend. And there is a lot of, I think she has the ground chicken ones a lot in here, but I can change that to ground turkey. If I can find a ground turkey I can have. But she has everything from making carnivore bagels to casseroles to, hold on, like she has so much carnivore stuff in there. That's the book. I'm not sure if it was backwards earlier. But it comes out tomorrow. So I like supporting people who is trying to change the world. So my dad's kidney doctors, heart doctors, primary care, rheumatologist, and diabetes doctor says he can't do keto. It will kill him. It will kill him. I would love to be allowed to talk to them, but I'm not allowed to. Because I will tell them, this is simple. His diet is killing him. I don't want to add to his diet. I want to take a bunch of crap away from his diet. Okay? There's nothing I'm going to add. I'm not going to add more fat because he's way over the fats. He's over internet keto fat. Okay? I'm not going to add fat. I'm not going to add more protein because you think it's going to kill his kidneys. I'm not adding that. He already eats that. He always eats burgers, steaks, friggin' bacon, eggs, potato salad. He eats everything I want him to eat. I want to minus. This is when people freak out over keto. I'm like, no, don't freak out over keto. We're just taking the bad shit away. We're not adding tons of butter. We're not adding tons of bacon. We might be going to real butter instead of that crap you can't believe it's not butter crap. But we are not, we are minusing, okay? A ketogenic diet is minusing, okay? We are minusing all the processed foods. We're minusing all the sugars. We are minusing like cakes, ice creams, cookies, right? Candy bars that he eats all the time. We're minusing all the apple pies. We're minusing all the sugar. We are minusing all the french fries. We are minusing all that gravy. We are minusing all the friggin' Whoppers and Big Macs and pizzas, and we're minusing the deaf stuff. And he's extremely insulin resistant. Like his sugars get to 500 and he's on tons of insulin. So no to his heart doctor, no to his primary care, no to his diabetes doctor, no to his kidney doctors. They're wrong. And I would give anything just to tell them to go watch Dr. Eric Westman, Dr. Ken Berry, go watch Anthony Chaffee, who's a neurosurgeon. There are tons of doctors they can go watch. We're not adding. He will actually be eating less fat than he already does. And more healthier fats. I don't want to add. I want to take the shit away. But no, that will kill him according to them. Don't do it. Your daughter's wrong. She'll kill you. Do you know how ignorant and dumb those doctors sound? And seriously, when doctors say that stuff, they don't understand. They're uneducated. They're completely uneducated. Did they think it's okay? Like, 2 Whoppers and a large fry? That's okay? That won't kill you? But whatever you do, don't go keto? That will kill you? Do we see how brainwashed, stupid that sounds? Like, I've tried for years. I begged them to please get a referral to Dr. Westman because maybe they will believe him. Maybe they will listen to him. But they say all their doctors can't be wrong. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Because they also focus on cholesterol. I get the triglycerides are high and we need to focus on that. But they focus on cholesterol that isn't really that high. But they say it's high. Okay. I get I didn't go to college. I get I don't have a master's in research or in friggin' being a doctor. But I also have severe ADHD, which gives me the master's in research because of my brain. I have watched every doctor, read every single thing. I am reading even people's stories and cookbooks and everything that I can get my hands on, even of doctors from Denmark, like everything. Because why does other countries are healthier than ours? And yes, they do get to eat carbs, but guess what? Their carbs ain't ours. Their mama's making that pasta, and it's coming from wheat that isn't all tainted. I believe in that kind of stuff. I believe that's why tons of people can go over there and eat pasta who can't have gluten and they have no illness, no nothing. It kills me. And yes, I'm drinking coffee this late at night because I am wound up and I don't know how else to go to sleep. Like I said, this is my medication for ADHD. I put extra shots in it. Normal people, it would wake them up. Me, it quiets my brain so I can go to sleep. But I'm going to shut up now because this has probably been a long... This little kitty, Freya, is getting mad because she wants her mommy to come lay down with her. Freya, honey, it's okay. She's like, every time you talk, it makes my eyes open. But tomorrow's going to be another busy day. We have my daughter's psychiatrist appointments. And then I need to go to Audie's and Lidl's. And then the next day, Dino has a doctor's appointment with his back. And then Haley has her little meetup group. And then Thursday morning is my heart doctor appointment. And then it's our anniversary as well. 7 years. So, which is amazing. I've never made it 7 years with anyone before. Whether it was they were a horrible, evil person, or I just couldn't take their bullshit. I could only handle it for so many years. And I can handle Dino's bullshit longer. So I found someone that I can put up with, even with my ADHD, that I can put up with whatever little issues. And one thing that makes it easier is I get a good night's sleep. I get to sleep in here and get a good night's sleep other than the cats waking me up. I'm not being woke up with him peeing a billion times or him tossing and turning or him not wanting to go to bed until 6 a.m. I think that has made a world of difference because I don't have to be cranky 24/7 and sleepy. I get to be a normal person, which I really need my sleep. You want to tell everyone good night? Say goodnight, world. Yeah, ready for bed. All right, I'm coming.